McNamara. We are teaching and preaching. I just dropped my phone ski. I got both Instagram and Facebook going tonight. Tonight is going to be awesome. We are going to teach and preach tonight in an effort to help you all hit your 2019 income goals. I'm going to help you figure out exactly how much money you need to make and how you will get there this year. So I welcome everybody. Thank you for spending some of your Sunday night with me. Christopher jumped on, Ronnie jumped on, Mike jumped on. Ronnie, I'm doing great, man. I appreciate you guys. On Instagram, thank you guys. I got two cameras going on. I'm about to stand up. We're going to work off the whiteboard. Just a couple things for those who just jumped on. My name is Matt Manero. I am the author of two books. First is called The Grit, available on Amazon. This was a self-published book, and this is You Need More Money. I hope this is available on Amazon too. This is published by Penguin. Tell me how your Sunday is going. Tell me how your weekend was going. Thank you for the likes and for the shares. They mean a ton when you do the shares. That's awesome. Tiffany just jumped on. Cammie just jumped on Facebook. Thank you. Fred, Nick Fleetwood jumped on. Mike Vacara, good to see you. My man Judge jumped on. Carla jumped on. I hope you guys have had a killer weekend. I just got back from a hunting trip with my boys. We shot 6 hogs over the weekend. If you were on last night's stream, I gave you a little bit of the details of it, but I'll just leave you with this. You want to put yourself in a financial position to do cool shit. That's all I want to tell you about. Just put yourself in a position, pay the price, sacrifice at some level in your career, stack and rack cash so you're in a position to spend stupid money to do something that your kids will never, ever forget. My oldest son shot a 240-pound hog today, and cost me $1,000 just for the mounting, let alone what it cost for the hunt. So put yourself in a position to do cool shit. Now, here's what I need from y'all tonight. Welcome, everybody. I'm so excited for everybody to be here. I'm going to put you through an exercise. If you contribute, if you feed into it tonight, that is going to help you make whatever it is that you want to make. I'm going to walk you through the math. I'm going to do the math of how you will earn the income that you want. What I need from you is to tell me how much income you want to make in 2019. That is the most important thing that I need from you tonight. I need a little bit of transparency. I know we've got some people on the stream, 25, 30 people, but what I really need from you is just to think of me working one-on-one with you tonight. And it starts by you telling me how much income you want to make. On Instagram, King just jumped on, and I appreciate you jumping on. If you want to be part, if you want me to bring you into the stream, I'm totally down with that. I just need to know a little bit of the topic that you want to talk about. But here's what I need from you tonight to really make this very beneficial. I want you to tell me what you want to make. So I'm going to start right away. I'm going to stand up here in a second because on Instagram, Chris Klan or Chris Can just said that he wants to make $100,000 a year. I'm going to walk Chris right now how Chris is going to make $100,000, and you guys are going to watch how it happens. So Chris, stay with me real quick. Stay with me real quick because I have to ask Chris on Instagram a couple questions. Chris wants to make $100,000 this year. And I know that on Instagram that is going to be a little bit awkward for you guys to see it. So I'm going to turn it just like that. It's a little bit backwards for you on Instagram. I apologize for that. Chris, if we take $100,000 and we divide that by 12 months, that translates to $8,300 a month. If we divide that by 4 weeks, I think that's $2,083 a week. Now, you guys can tell that I've done this before. This is something that I've done, I don't know how many times for folks in my office. I've done it countless times for myself as well. Because immediately what has already happened tonight for Chris is that he picked a number. The problem is most people literally never pick a number. They have no idea how much money they earn or they want to earn. That might sound crazy to you guys, but let me give you a real life scenario. I remember one time when I gave someone in my company a raise. I gave them a 10% raise. They went from $40,000 to $44,000. I called the guy into my office and I said, today's your lucky day. I love the work that you've been doing. And right now, effective, without you asking me, I'm going to give you a 10% raise. And I said, that will take you to $44,000 a year. And the guy went from a smile to an angry face. And I said, something's kind of strange. That's a little weird. It seems like you just got mad that I just gave you a raise. He goes, I thought I was making more money than that. I said, you didn't know how much money you were making? He goes, well, I thought I was making more money than $44,000 a year. I go, no, you were making 40. I just gave you a 10% raise to $44,000. And you're mad at me because you didn't know how much money you were making? You had a smile on your face at 40, and now you're mad at me because you now know that you're making 44. I'm telling you, you cannot stress how most people have no idea what their money situation is. That's why I wrote the book, You Need More Money. Available on Amazon. Quick plug. Hey, by the way, at the end of this stream, I hope that you see so much value in this stream tonight that you would be interested in coming to my BFS Summit, my business finishing school. It's a business that I'm a 50% partner in, that I have used to take my business from about $100 million to, in 2018, we did 158. I didn't do 158. Our team did 158 million. I work with some incredible people. I want to be crystal clear about that my company is a group effort for success. It is not a Matt Monero thing. I got the company started from nothing. I've worked my balls off, but so have a lot of other people. And now we're all beginning to reap the rewards. We're on the other side of this pain versus pleasure thing called small business. So Chris, I want to get back to you for a second. Chris wants to make 100 grand divided by 12. It's $8,300 a month, which translates to $2,083 a week. Chris, tell me what it is that you do for a living. What type of industry are you in? And how much money do you make per transaction? So if you're a sales guy, what you sell a product that makes $3,000 gross, and you get paid 25% commission. Therefore, you make $750 on every product that you sell. So I need to know what you say in this, Chris, about your take on the transaction, your take on the deal. And I need to hear that from Chris so I can continue to move forward on this and really work through this process. Again, for those of you who are jumping on, I'm grateful. I love the likes. I love the shares. I love the comments. I also like if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'd love it if you jumped on my podcast and started listening to the You Need More Money podcast. But really, if you want to take 2019 to the next level, you need to come to my Business Finishing School Summit. I'm putting it on with my partner, Rick Sapio. It's the 15th year that this has gone on. We only do it twice a year in February and September. And at the end of the stream, I'm going to give you my discount code. You can go to BFS Summit, bfssummit.com. Hell, I'll give you my discount code now. You put in MATT, and it will save you $500. That puts your cost to come to my seminar through the special I'm running below my cost to have you there. It costs you $199, and that goes away at midnight tonight. We're taking it down. It's too cheap, but I've been doing it for the last couple of days because I want entrepreneurs, I want like-minded people to get access to us. Just so you guys know, our keynote speakers are Tim Story, Elena Cardone, myself, my partner Rick Sapio. The #1 speaker from our last event is a guy named Rand Stagen. You don't know who Rand Stagen is unless you were at the event, but the Most of the CEOs, the top CEOs in the Fortune 500 know exactly who he is. You want to hear what he has to say. Dr. Ivan Misner speaking at. It's going to be an incredible event, February 22, 23, and 24, bfssummit.com. Bust out the credit card, type in the code MATT, CAPS, MATT, and take advantage of the special because I'm pulling it down at midnight tonight. Let's get back to Chris. Chris, I need to know where you are as far as how much do you make. I make $50,000 a year on average. No, Chris, what I'm saying is when you sell a product, when you sell a piece, a transaction, what is your cut? Now, if you don't have that, if you don't have a commission or a bonus structure and you only make $50,000 a year, then I need to know how much business do you generate to qualify to keep your $50,000 a year job. Okay, so Chris, jump on and give me that if you don't mind. And then as soon as I'm done with Chris, I'm going to move on to somebody else. Okay, this is how you make more money. And I'm going to prove it to you tonight in the most simplest form that I've done hundreds of times, not only for myself, but for hundreds of people in my organization or people that I've coached. But I'm not a coach. I'm a business guy. I started a company from nothing 23 years ago. And in 2018, that company, with the help of my incredible team, did $158 million. Okay. Chris, trying to get 3 days off as we speak to be able to come to the GrowthCon. That's fantastic. But Chris, work on what I'm asking you here, please. Tell me so we can help a lot of people tonight. When you close a transaction, what's your cut of the deal if you're on commission? And if not, how much business do you represent at $50,000 a year? I'm going to show you how to make 100. Maybe I'll show you how to make 250. I'm not sure. I got to see how it plays out. So if everybody understands me real quick, step number one of what I'm asking you to do tonight is I want you to figure out how much money you want to make. You got to pick a number. It's everything I talk about in this book is you've got to pick a number. The story I gave you, if you jumped on late, I was telling a story of how I gave a guy a few years ago a raise in my office from $40,000 to $44,000, 10% raise. He didn't even ask for it. And he was mad at me. And I said, I don't understand. You were happy before I gave you the raise. Now you're mad. And he said, well, I thought I was making more money than that. And the light bulb went off. I'm like, this guy didn't even know how much money he was making here. And I just gave him a raise, and he's mad at me because he thought he was making more money than what he's making now with the raise. Most people have no idea what they're making, okay? So Chris, I'm waiting on it here. I don't see that from you. I don't see that from you. There we go. I work 4 days a week in a factory, 10 hours a day, so I'm not really in sales. Sounding like that's what I need to do to move on. Waiting for the right time to make the change, okay? So Chris, yours happens to be a little bit different. You're in a factory working 4 days a week, and you want to make $100,000. The first question I have for you, does anyone else in the factory working 4 days a week, making whatever that is, 4 days a week, 10-hour days, 40 hours a week, is anyone doing $100,000? Because if the platform is wrong, my friend, hear me on this. If the platform is wrong, this doesn't exist for you in the current phase, the current setup, in the current process, in the current platform. It doesn't exist. I mean, you can't just say I want to make $100,000, but I want to do it doing what I'm doing. There has to be a change to have change. So the first question I would have for you, and if you'll jump on for me, is anyone else in that factory working 4 days a week, 10-hour days, making $100,000? Because 2 and 2 has to equal 4, and that may literally not even be a chance or an option for you doing what you're doing, which comes back to the message for tonight. And it's one of the toughest messages you're ever going to hear. If you need more money, which we all need more money, and it doesn't exist in the current platform that you're in, you've got to start setting yourself up to get out of that platform and get into a platform that can do and make you the money that you want to make. It's a really unfortunate thing that happens a lot, and I talk about it in this book. I see it all the time where people, and in the book I use an example of a guy making sandwiches at a sandwich shop, and he or she wants to buy a Lambo. It is never going to happen. Now, if someone working in a sandwich shop says, I want to own 10 of these sandwich shops, thumbs up, very possible. But if you just want to work in a sandwich shop and drive a Lambo, there's no chance. We have to prove out the platform that we're in. And the way we prove out the platform is if someone within the platform is earning the income that we want to earn. Chris is back with me here on Instagram. I would like to go into a different industry for sure, working towards a different platform. Good. Because if no one in the current platform that you're in is working 4 days a week at 10-hour days and making 100,000, my friend, we just proved out that this 100,000 is a pipe dream. And I say it with love in my heart. I do. I mean, I'm not bashing on you in any capacity whatsoever, my friend. I'm just walking you through the reality of if this is what you want, what you're currently doing doesn't ever have the chance. So you just got clarity tonight that you can draw the line in the sand and says, I've got to do something different. Now, let me give you the roadmap of how you do something different. Let me give everyone on the stream the roadmap of how you do something different. If you want to change the platform that you're in, the first thing you have to do is find someone in a platform earning the money that you want to make. You cannot hear it from a general manager who says, oh, you could make $100,000 if you sold cars. Really? Show me the guy who's making $100,000 selling cars. And then if you can verify that, you could take that job, tuck in underneath that person for 6 to 12 months, do everything that they tell you to do, follow their habits, follow their patterns, follow their rhythms, and you too could make $100,000. But what I see so many times is these people jump platform to platform to platform on managers' promises, and it never plays out. So Chris, thanks for playing with me tonight. I'm going to scroll down and I want to see somebody else. If you guys are kind enough to tell me what you've got as far as the income that you want to make, I'll walk through this. In fact, let me just go ahead and walk through this on $100,000 and you guys will get the formula, okay? So we need to make $2,083 a week here. Now listen, if you sell, I'm going to just give you a scenario here. If you sell a product that generates $3,000, okay? And your take on that, let's just say it's 25%. So you make $750 every time you sell a $3,000 product, and you need to make $2,083 a month. I'm going to round this up. I'm going to make my life easy and say it's 3. That means you need to do 3 $3,000 sales for your 25% commission was $750, and that gets you to your $2,000. So the question then becomes, if I need to do 3 deals a week, how many people do I need to talk to? Well, of course, at a minimum, I need to talk to 3 people, right? I need to have 3 real opportunities. So then you've got to go a step further and figure out what is your close ratio. Do you need to talk to 10 people? So 10 opportunities to get 3 deals? I doubt it. I doubt it highly. I bet this number probably has to be something closer to 40 opportunities to get to 3 closed, funded, wrapped up deals. So how do you get 40 opportunities? In my world of finance, we probably have to talk to get to 40 real opportunities. We have a much higher close ratio than this. You got to probably make 300 calls a week. So now you got to start asking yourself, how many calls are you making? Because we might want to do this number, but we're not willing to change our habits or our action steps. And the reason for that is because most of us don't even know how much we want to make. So it starts with knowing how much you want to make, break it out into a monthly basis, break it out into a weekly basis, break it out into a per transaction, your cut basis, and then you got to figure out the activity level. And the reality is most people want to make more money, but they're not willing to change their habits towards their activity to get there, okay? I'm going to teach an hour-and-a-half seminar called the New Profit Paradigm of exactly how people can walk themselves through this process if they're individuals or for their company, so everyone in their organization has a chance to make more money. I'm going to do it at my Business Finishing School Growth Summit, February 22, 23, and 24 in Dallas, Texas. You can go to bfssummit.com, put in the code MATT, all caps, and get $500 off. The tickets are $699. I'm giving you $500 off this weekend. and it'll cost you $199. If for you spent $199 and I showed you how to go from 50,000 to 100,000, or 100,000 to 250,000, or 250 to 500, or if your company is doing $1 million in net profit, and off of just my new profit paradigm exercise, I show you how to get it to $1.5 million or $2 million. Was it worth $199? Come on, y'all. Come on, let's get thinking. I'm going to sit down here and I'm going to work on some questions and give everybody massive value, as I always try to do. So let's rock and roll here. Jeremy Clay, my buddy Jeremy Clay says, correct. That's one reason I left my last job. Nobody there was making the money that he wants to make. Boom. I love it, man. That's exactly how it goes. Chris, I'm sorry I wasn't able to really get you there, with the exception of, I hope I gave you some clarity tonight on exactly what you need to be looking for. The first thing you need to do tomorrow is go in there and say, who's making the scratch? Who's making 100 G's? And if nobody's making 100 G's, you got to set yourself up to leave, okay? So guys, if you buy your ticket tonight, do me a favor, just jump in and tell me that you bought the ticket. Tell me that you're coming. If you didn't buy your ticket, fire up in the comments too and tell me why you wouldn't spend $199 to crank it up, right? That's what I don't understand. Why wouldn't you spend $199 to get to the next step? You got to spend some money on yourself, on your business, take the write-off, come to Dallas, Texas, take advantage of it. So let's talk about some other stuff here. What else we got? I see my man Casey's in the house. That's awesome. Maria says, are you coming to us, Matt? Where do you want me to go, Maria? Tell me where you want me to come on. I might just get there. I might just get there. If it's the right deal, I might just get there, all right? Chicken Scratch says, Jimbo Carroll, the dates are February 22, 23, and 24 in Dallas, Texas. Snapback Entrepreneur says, you're coming. That's awesome, dude. Congratulations. I congratulate you on dropping $199 to make yourself better. For everyone who's still on the fence, I want to let you know, at midnight tonight, I'm closing that deal. I'm selling you tickets over the weekend at less than it costs us to have you at our event. And I would never be involved if I wouldn't let you down. So I appreciate you, Snapback Entrepreneur, for coming. Again, guys, go to bfssummit.com, bfssummit.com, put in your code MATT, and you get the discount. The discount goes away at midnight tonight. So this process is something that you on this stream should take a piece of paper out right now and walk yourself through it. How much money do you want to make in 2019 for the year? How much is that per month? How much is that per week? How much is that per transaction that you're responsible for? In other words, you sell timeshares, you sell cars, you sell auto repairs, you sell truck financing. How many transactions do you have to do in order to get the income that you've just committed yourself to? And then you got to backtrack and figure out what is the activity level. If anybody wants to jump on Snap, I'm happy to bring you on. Just let me know what you want to talk about. Maria says that I spoke with Hank. Oh, Maria, I'm sorry. I know exactly what you're talking about. I apologize for not getting that. What Maria is talking about is she'd like me to come to Philly and help her with her business. And Maria, I am going to do that for you. I just have a few logistical things that need to be figured out, because we're going to shoot a show called The Torch. And we're going to come to Maria, and I'm going to torch the business over a 3-day period of time, and I'm going to fix that business, and I'm going to get you guys super hyper profitable again. I'm going to get that culture completely dialed in and get you guys completely back on the right track. And I can't wait to do that for you. Not to mention, I think it'll make an incredible show, because I've done the background on you guys, and I think I can really help you. So Maria, thank you for jumping in and telling me that. I was not catching that right out of the gates here tonight, so thank you for that. Snapback says, how do I go from what I did last year to my new goal? Dude, I just walked you through it, and I'm going to walk you through it further at the event in Dallas, the New Profit Paradigm. I'm presenting it on Saturday, and I'm going to blow it up, all right? I'll get on a nonstop flight to Indiana next. You want me to come to Indiana, Casey, and do that in your business? That's awesome, dude. I'm going to do that, actually. In fact, we have someone else in Massachusetts that we're going to do it for, and we will be actually looking for other businesses that I can get in there and do the torch. It's the process that I did in my own business in 2015 and 2016. So, guys, I hope it was helpful for you. Again, the reminder is the discount for BFS Summit goes away at midnight tonight. I'm closing it down. Tonight, you can go to bfssummit.com, put in my code, MATT, save $500. I'll let you come to the event for less than it costs me to have you at the event, but it does go away tonight. I love you guys. Thank you for sharing a little bit of your Sunday night with me. I appreciate it all. I'm going back to hang out with my boys. We've had the most unbelievable father-son family weekend this weekend, and I would just leave everyone on the stream with what I started with. Put yourself in a position in which you can burn stupid money to do whatever the hell you want. And in order to get there, you should go back and watch my stream last night because I walked you through the entire process, but it is systematic. It starts with a visualization of yourself. It starts with being in the right platform, then skilling up, then really beginning to figure out how do you compete with the great ones. And then you got to stack and rack cash. You have to stack and rack cash. You've got to sacrifice some things that you're spending silly money on right now. And then you've got to invest that money, and then you've got to enjoy it. And this weekend was such an unbelievable experience of me being able to enjoy the benefits of busting my ass for so many years and not even worry about it for a second. And my whole life is like that now. And I want that for millions of other entrepreneurs and small business owners. So you guys take care of yourself. I appreciate everybody. Have a good night's sleep. Get your ass in there and crank it up manana, okay? Cool. Bye.